Do you know a lot of English words but still feel scared to speak?
Do simple questions feel big?
Like, how are you?
What did you do today?
Where are you going?
And suddenly, your brain says, no English today.
If that happens to you, stay with us.
Because today, we are doing something very useful.
Beginner-friendly daily conversations.
Real English speaking practice.
Easy English for real life.
Not hard English.
Not textbook English.
Not strange English.
Real English you can use every day.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to Easy Talk English.
I'm Saim.
And I'm Sarah.
And today, we're going to practice English speaking in a simple way.
A friendly way.
A natural way.
A no-stress way.
Because many learners think speaking English is only for confident people.
But that is not true.
Many confident speakers started with small, simple sentences.
Very small sentences.
I'm tired.
I'm hungry.
I'm going home.
I had a busy day.
Simple.
Useful.
Powerful.
Here is the interesting part.
What?
Fluency does not start with big words.
It starts with easy words used again and again.
Say that again.
Fluency starts with easy words used again and again.
That is the heart of this whole episode.
So if you are a beginner,
Or if you still feel shy,
or if you understand English but cannot speak fast,
this lesson is for you.
and please stay until the end.
Because near the end, we will give you one powerful message that can change how you practice English every day.
Okay, Sarah, let's start with one honest question.
Go ahead.
Why do beginners often feel nervous in conversations?
Because conversations move fast.
Yes,
And beginners think they need a perfect answer.
that is a big problem
A very big problem.
because real conversation is not perfect.
Never.
Real conversation is messy.
Real conversation is simple.
Real conversation is full of short answers,
Full of questions.
full of feelings.
Full of everyday life.
Let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
One learner once told me, I can read English well, but I cannot speak.
Very common.
So I asked him, what do you say when someone asks, how are you?
Easy question.
He said, I try to make the perfect sentence.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
What did you tell him?
I said, you do not need the perfect sentence, you need a real sentence.
That is such a good lesson.
Because I'm okay is enough.
I'm tired is enough.
I'm good, thanks is enough.
Short answers are still real answers.
So today, we want to help you stop overthinking,
And start speaking.
step by step.
Now let's begin with the easiest daily conversation of all.
The greeting conversation.
Yes, this is where many real conversations begin.
So let's do it naturally.
I'll start.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm fine, just a little tired.
Why are you tired?
I had a busy morning.
That is already a real conversation.
Yes, and it is very simple.
Let's slow it down.
First, greeting.
Hi, hello, hey,
Then the question.
how are you?
Then a short answer.
I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm a little tired.
Then return the question.
How about you?
That is all.
So simple.
So useful.
But wait,
What?
many learners stop too early.
That is true.
They say, I'm fine.
And then silence.
Painful silence.
So add one small detail.
Like what?
I'm fine. I just got home.
Nice.
I'm okay. I had a long day.
Useful.
I'm good. I'm a little sleepy.
Very real.
One small detail can keep the conversation alive.
That is such an important point.
Here's a question for everyone listening.
Good one.
What do you usually say when someone asks, how are you?
Comment your answer below.
Even one short sentence is okay.
And if you agree that simple English is powerful, like this video.
Yes, like this video if you want more easy English conversation lessons.
Now let's move to conversation number 2.
Talking about your day.
This topic is everywhere.
Friends ask it.
Coworkers ask it.
Teachers ask it.
Family asks it.
So how can beginners answer?
With a simple pattern.
My day was...
Good start.
My day was busy.
My day was good.
My day was tiring.
My day was okay.
Then add what you did.
I worked all day.
I had class in the morning.
I went to the market.
I stayed home.
Then add a feeling.
Now I feel better.
Now I feel tired.
Now I feel relaxed.
That gives you a full answer.
Let's do one.
Okay.
How was your day?
My day was busy. I had a lot of work and now I feel tired.
Perfect.
Your turn. How was your day?
My day was good. I finished my work early, so now I feel relaxed.
See? Not hard.
Not hard at all.
Let me tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
One beginner always answered every question with one word.
Like what?
Fine. Busy. Okay. Home.
Very short.
Too short. So I told him, add one more sentence.
Just one more?
Yes, only one more. And that changed everything.
What happened?
Busy became busy. I had 2 meetings.
Nice.
Fine became fine. I'm just a little tired.
Much better.
Home became I'm at home now. I just got back.
That sounds real.
Exactly. One more sentence makes a big difference.
So if you feel stuck, remember this.
One answer, then one more sentence.
Very good rule.
Now let's talk about conversation number 3.
Morning routine.
This one is perfect for beginners.
Because morning actions repeat every day.
Wake up,
Brush teeth,
eat breakfast,
get dressed,
go to work.
go to school.
So a simple question can be, what do you do in the morning?
And a simple answer can be, I wake up at 7, brush my teeth, and make breakfast.
Very natural. Your turn. In the morning, I usually wake up late, drink tea, and check my phone.
Honest answer.
Very honest.
That is important too. Real English sounds better than fake perfect English.
I agree.
But wait,
What?
we should show listeners how to make it more interesting.
Good idea.
Add time.
I wake up at 6:30.
Add frequency.
I usually drink coffee.
Add feeling.
I'm very sleepy in the morning.
Add a small problem.
I often wake up late.
Problems make stories better.
They really do.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
A daily conversation becomes more alive when you add a tiny problem.
Yes.
I missed the bus.
I forgot my keys.
I woke up late.
I had no time for breakfast.
These little things make your English feel real.
And they help you remember words better.
Because real life helps memory.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
One morning, I woke up late, looked for my socks, spilled my tea, and forgot my phone.
That is not a morning. That is a small disaster.
Exactly. But it gave me a lot of English.
Such as?
I woke up late. I was in a hurry. I spilled my tea. I forgot my phone.
Those are excellent daily life sentences.
Real problems, real English.
Now let's move to conversation number 4.
Talking about plans.
Another very common topic.
People always ask, what are you doing later? Or what are you doing this weekend?
Beginners can answer with very simple future sentences.
I'm going to stay home.
I'm going to study.
I'm meeting a friend.
I want to rest.
I might go shopping.
Let's do a mini conversation.
Okay.
What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to stay home and watch a movie.
Sounds nice. Why?
Because I had a long day and I want to relax.
Very natural.
Your turn. What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to visit my family on Saturday, and on Sunday, I want to rest.
Perfect.
Notice something important.
What?
These answers are not long.
But they are complete.
Exactly.
Complete is better than complicated.
That line is strong.
Because it is true.
Now let's talk about conversation number 5.
Food.
Always useful.
Always important.
Food is one of the best beginner topics because everyone eats.
Usually, yes.
So common questions are, what did you eat? What's your favorite food? Can you cook?
Easy topics.
Example answer, I had rice and chicken for lunch.
My favorite food is pasta.
Yes, I can cook a little.
Or, no, but I want to learn.
That sounds very natural.
Let me tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
A learner once told me, I cannot speak English well.
Okay.
Then I asked, what did you eat today?
And?
He gave me a full answer.
Really?
Yes. He said, I ate bread in the morning, then I had rice for lunch, and now I want coffee.
That is already good speaking.
Exactly. He could speak, he just did not know it.
That happens a lot.
People think speaking means giving a speech.
But often, speaking is just answering normal life questions.
That is a very important lesson.
Here's a question for everyone.
Go ahead.
What did you eat today?
Comment your answer below in simple English.
For example, I had bread and eggs.
Or, I ate rice and vegetables.
Keep it easy.
Keep it real.
Now let's move to conversation number 6.
Talking about feelings.
This part matters a lot.
Yes, many beginners can talk about actions,
I went here, I did that.
but they forget feelings.
And feelings make English human.
So true.
Useful feeling words are happy, tired, sad, busy, nervous, excited, relaxed, hungry, sleepy, worried.
These are simple, strong words.
And easy to use.
Example,
I feel tired today.
I'm excited about the weekend.
I was nervous before my class.
I feel better now.
Let's do a small conversation.
Okay.
How do you feel today?
I feel a little tired, but I'm okay.
Why are you tired?
Because I slept late last night.
Very good.
Your turn. How do you feel today?
I feel relaxed because I finished my work early.
Nice. That sounds calm.
Thank you.
But wait,
What?
some learners are scared of feeling words
Why?
because feelings feel personal.
That is true.
But feelings make conversations better.
Yes, if you say, I had a busy day, that is fine.
But if you say, I had a busy day and I feel tired, it sounds more alive.
Exactly.
Real conversations grow when people share small feelings.
Not only actions.
Now let's talk about conversation number 7.
Asking follow-up questions.
This is the secret to longer conversations.
A lot of beginners answer questions.
But they do not know what to say next.
That is where follow-up questions help.
Easy follow-up questions are, why? Really? How was it? What happened? Did you like it? Who did you go with?
These are simple but powerful.
Let's try one.
I'll start. I went to the park yesterday.
Really? Who did you go with?
I went with my cousin.
How was it?
It was nice. The weather was good.
That kept the conversation moving.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
A conversation does not die because your English is bad.
Ooh,
Often it dies because you stop asking.
that is such a strong point.
One small question can save the whole conversation.
Really?
Why?
How was it?
What did you do next?
Small questions, big help.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
Good speaking is also good listening.
So true.
If you listen well, you can ask better questions.
And then the conversation feels easy,
More natural,
more friendly.
more real.
Now let's create one full beginner-friendly daily conversation.
Great idea.
I'll start.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm okay, just a little tired.
Why are you tired?
I had a busy day at work.
Oh, really? What did you do?
I answered emails, had a meeting, and came home late.
That sounds busy. What are you doing now?
I'm making dinner and trying to relax.
Nice. What are you cooking?
I'm making pasta.
Sounds good. I love pasta.
Me too. What about you? How was your day?
My day was okay. I had class in the morning, then I went to the store.
What did you buy?
Just some fruit, milk, and bread.
Very nice. Are you tired now?
A little, but I feel better.
That is a full, natural conversation.
And the words are simple.
Very simple.
That is why beginners should not fear conversation.
Yes, conversation is just small pieces together.
Small question,
Small answer,
small follow-up,
small feeling.
and suddenly you have a real talk.
Comment real talk below if you want more practice like this.
Yes, comment real talk below and keep practicing with us.
Now let's talk about a very common beginner problem.
Freezing.
Yes, the mind goes blank.
Everyone knows that feeling.
So what should beginners do when they freeze?
Use rescue phrases.
Great idea.
Easy rescue phrases are, let me think, I'm not sure, how can I say this? 1 second, I forgot the word.
These phrases are lifesavers.
Because they give you time.
And they keep the conversation alive.
Let's see them in action.
What did you do last weekend?
Let me think. I stayed home most of the time and watched the movie.
Perfect.
Or, how can I say this? I went to my uncle's house.
Very natural.
Using rescue phrases is not failure.
No, it is smart speaking.
Let me tell you a short story.
Go ahead.
One learner froze every time she forgot one word.
That must have felt stressful.
Very stressful. Then she learned one phrase. I forgot the word, but...
Nice.
And after that, she kept talking more often.
Because she stopped needing perfection.
Exactly.
That is such an important lesson for beginners.
You do not need to know every word to keep speaking.
Use the words you have.
Use rescue phrases.
Keep moving.
But wait,
What?
we should talk about daily practice.
Yes, this is the heart of improvement.
Because one good lesson is nice.
But daily use changes lives.
So here's a simple routine.
Step 1, ask yourself one daily question.
Like, how was my day?
Step 2, answer in 2 or 3 sentences.
Step 3, add one feeling.
Step 4, ask yourself one follow-up question.
Step 5, answer that too.
That is a full mini conversation.
Example?
How was my day? My day was busy. I had a lot of work and now I feel tired. What am I doing tonight? I'm going to eat dinner and rest.
That is excellent daily practice.
And it only takes a few minutes.
Small practice is powerful practice.
Very powerful.
Here's the interesting part.
What?
Beginners often think improvement must feel huge.
But real progress is often quiet.
Yes, one better sentence today.
One quicker answer tomorrow.
One less fear next week.
That is how confidence grows.
Slowly,
Gently.
but truly.
Now I think we're close to the most important part of this lesson.
Yes, the climax.
If you're a beginner, please hear this clearly.
Your English does not need to be perfect to be useful.
Your English does not need to be big to be real.
Your English does not need to sound like a native speaker to matter.
What matters is this.
You use it.
You try.
You answer.
You ask.
You continue after mistakes.
You continue after silence.
You continue after fear.
Because speaking is not about showing off.
It is about connecting.
It is about saying, this is my day.
This is how I feel.
This is what I need.
This is what I want.
Those are powerful things,
Even in simple English.
especially in simple English.
And here is the life lesson.
Say it.
Small voices matter.
Wow.
Small beginnings matter.
Small sentences matter.
You do not need to begin loudly.
You just need to begin honestly.
One sentence today can become confidence tomorrow.
One question today can become a real conversation next week.
One small answer can become a stronger voice in the future.
That's why beginner English matters so much.
Because it is the beginning of everything.
Before we finish, let's do a simple recap.
Good idea.
Start with greetings.
Practice talking about your day.
Talk about your morning routine.
Talk about plans, food, and feelings.
Use follow-up questions.
Use rescue phrases when you freeze.
Keep answers simple but complete.
Add one more sentence.
Add one feeling.
Practice every day, even for a few minutes.
And now, one final question for everyone listening.
What is one simple English sentence about your day right now?
Write it in the comments below.
For example, I had a busy day.
Or, I feel tired but happy.
Or, I'm going to study English tonight.
We'd love to read your sentence.
And if this lesson helped you, like this video.
Keep practicing.
Keep speaking.
Keep it simple.
Keep it real.
Your English grows in daily conversations.
In small answers.
In simple questions.
In real-life moments.
So trust those moments.
Use those moments.
Turn your daily life into English practice.
And your practice into confidence.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
We are proud of you for learning with us.
And remember,
Beginner English is not weak English.
it is growing English.
It is living English.
It is your voice getting stronger.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.